Hey, listen, when you on your way up, it's gonna seem like everything that could go wrong is going wrong when you on your way up. Everything gonna start pulling against you. Don't let that shit distract you, because it's harder to go up the hill than it is to come down the hill. Hey, stay focused. It's just a little shedding phase before you can receive your...
I'm in a season of my life right now where the only option I have is trusting God. And if I be honest, some days are harder than some. Because my foundation of faith, my foundation of trusting God is faith. So that means I'm trusting Him when I can't see what He's doing. And I'm trusting Him when I don't understand what He's doing.
I want you to watch in this next season how everything that people called you crazy for, the complaints you made, the awareness that you brought to them, the mistreatment, the disrespect, all of that, and they played you, tried to make you seem like you were crazy, tried to undermine you, tried to ignore you, clicked up with other people that seemed like they didn't have anything going on because it was convenient to not be associated with you. Watch how God vindicates you. Watch how your prophecy and what you spoke literally come true. And you don't have to do a thing. You don't have to go out of your way to try to make these people seem like they're bad people. You don't have to keep exposing them. All you got to do is mute, quiet, nothing. God will expose these people. He's going to have everyone turning on each other. He's going to have these people be exposed for who they really are. And then they'll become...
People don't know how to take you yet because they know there's something on you, which is why some people are drawn to you and others just can't stand you. And the ones that can't stand you is because they can't control you. People don't like what they cannot control. And truth is, all you do is go to work. You're nice to everybody. You're humble. You mind your own business. But they still seek to find something wrong with you. They're like this because you have the Spirit of God on you. And you see, they smile in your face, but they're trying to figure out what is that thing that's on you that makes you relentless and unstoppable. Because every time they try, they can never break you. They can never shake you. They can never discourage you. And every time something bad happens, you overcome it. Time after time again. They haven't realized that God's hand is upon your life. And He doesn't play about you.
Man, you don't have to be what people want you to be. You got your own brain. You hear me? Mm-hmm. If you knew the consequence behind the choice you made, would you still have made that choice? Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna tell you that you gonna die and go to jail behind one bad choice, but we are creatures of habit. I ain't got nothing left from the street life. I got a dead brother. I ain't got a pair of jeans left. When the individual disrespect you, oh, it's game time. I punch him in his mouth. I ain't about no talk. That's not how you deal with a problem. When I detect that you not no intelligent person, by listening that you speak, I'm gonna stay out your way. Because I know what's gonna happen if you play with me. Man, I'm gonna make you kill me. You gonna have to live all that you be talking about in them songs. If there's 100 of y'all, you gonna have to live that with me. I don't accept or tolerate disrespect. That's why I give my respect first. Excuse me, bro. But when you disrespect me, man, it's game time. My children are with me at all times, and I have to show them how to deal with altercation. Every problem ain't, you don't turn it into Afghanistan and all that. That don't make you tough. I want to teach my son, I impute that to him. Even though he's a child, I talk to him now. When he land in my chest, be a man of understanding.
Anytime you go to different places and experience the same thing, that's how you know what spirit is assigned to you. How you get to Miami and they acting the same? How you get to somebody's house that they don't even know you and they acting funny? How you just meet somebody last week and you already feel something strange about them? It's because you keep thinking you're dealing with people, but we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Whenever you deal with the same thing over and over, you have just been identified, whether you know it or not, by the spirit you struggle with. But the reason why you encounter it everywhere you go is you have not yet found out that is the spirit you struggle with, which is why it shows up in every region you go to. If you have problems with authority, it's because you struggle with the spirit of authority. If you are a woman and you don't have no female friends, it's because you struggle with a feminine spirit. If you're a bro and you ain't got no friends, is because you struggle with maybe a spirit where you can't hang out with any other alphas because you always got to be in charge. And if people are always gossiping around you, is that's the spirit you've been assigned to or has been assigned to you. Every time you go to a place and you deal with the same thing, you have just now seen that the enemy is not as crafty as he believes he is. He has just identified. You have just seen what spirit has been assigned to you, and it is the spirit that you struggle with.
I want to declare this over your life this morning, and that is, you will never go unnoticed again. There are a lot of you who are listening to me that think that God has given you, these glimpses of exposure, but then you end up back into the same place of obscurity, being hidden, where nobody knows your name, nobody knows who you are, nobody calls you, and nobody pays you attention. But I hear the Lord saying that your name is being mentioned in some rooms and in some circles that you have no clue of. It's being mentioned by the lips of some very influential people. Understand that your sacrifices will never go unnoticed again. Your song will never go unnoticed again. Here's a big one. Your ministry will never go unnoticed again. Your touch, your smile, your voice. And stop acting like people just don't know who you are. You don't want people to know your name because you're puffed up and prideful. But understand that after you have suffered a while, God will strengthen and establish you. You're in a season called established. And if folk don't like it, then they just don't have to like it. But understand this, you put your time in. You put your effort in. And God is saying, I'm causing folk, the right people now, to notice you. And it's funny how you spent seasons and you sacrificed and helped so many folk, and nobody said thank you. Nobody gave you a handshake. Nobody pat you on your back and said good job, but yet you kept serving. But I hear the Lord saying today, prepare. The doors open of great exposure. This is good exposure. And God had to wait for folk to notice you until your character and your maturity got together. Please understand today, as clear as you hear my voice, you, ma'am, you, sir, are in a season where you'll never go unnoticed again. I prophesy over you now that emails and phone calls and texts and referrals and vacancies will be filled with your name on it. You're in an upward season. You're upward bound. It's only up from here. Elevation is all over your life. You'll never go unnoticed again. And if you agree with his word, I need you to type, my settings are now public.